Hello, this is Dr. Young, and today I'll be meeting with my client for the second time to discuss the status of her relationship. Hello, Dr. Clinton. How are you doing today?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I noticed that you're not wearing a jacket today. And last session you had a jacket on, and you're with child. Can you tell me about that?
I am with child. I don't know how this happened. Well, I know how it happened.
Yeah.
I'm not too proud of it, but it happened.
Why aren't you too proud of it? That's something to be proud about.
They would say that. I mean, there's something to be proud about. Okay, let me just tell you a story. Okay, so I recently moved here from New York.
Mm-hmm.
I got transferred here in Durham to a new hospital where I met another doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I moved in February. So maybe a month after I started, we started, going on dates,
Mm-hmm.
dinner, movies, things like people who are dating would do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we were just flowing nice. The intercourse was good. Everything was going so nice and smooth. I didn't think anything could possibly go wrong. Like, he's an amazing guy. I thought, like, maybe this is the guy I could marry and spend the rest of my life with.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now we came to Christmas, December.
Okay.
And the hospital had a nice Christmas party.
Right.
So, I went, looking lovely. He was there. We didn't go together, but, So I walked in, and I seen that this lady was standing really close to him. Just like, oh, maybe she's another doctor from another hospital, and they probably just know each other, work relationship, of course. And I realized, as the night was progressing, that she wasn't moving. So this became concerning to me because I was very, very confused. I hadn't met her, but still I was concerned because this is someone I'm dating, so I'm confused.
Right.
Okay. So I spoke to him at the dinner, like, hi, how you doing? Nothing serious or to give people the idea that we were dating.
Mm-hmm.
Another colleague of mine had came and was like, oh, Miss Clinton, did you meet so-and-so's wife? Just like, wife? This was strange to me because he doesn't wear a ring. So I didn't know that he was married. And he's married, obviously, with 2 children. And this has become a very concern of mine, as you can see.
Right. And how does this make you feel after you found out?
Child. When I originally found out that he was married, I was very, very angry. Mm-hmm. Obviously. But that didn't stop me from sleeping with him.
Okay.
Which, on my behalf, was a foolish mistake. But it happened. Everybody makes mistakes. Okay. So we continued, even though I knew he was married. I asked him, talked about it. So it was my decision to continue what was happening. And he wasn't ready to cut it off yet. So that, and then I got pregnant. He does not want to be a part of the baby's life, or does he want to bring my child around his kids because he doesn't want the wife to know that he was having an affair, and now the mistress is pregnant.
Right.
So
that's a lot to carry around.
Exactly. So I just don't know what to do. Like, I grew up in a family where I had both parents, my mom and my dad, and I always told myself when it was time for me to have kids, I wanted them to have the same opportunity that I had. Mm-hmm. And now that I'm pregnant, I have a baby that's going to grow up without a dad. But it's my baby, so I'm keeping it. But still, my child won't have a father, so they're missing a part of them because their mom made a foolish mistake. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I just don't know what to do.
Yeah, that's a tough situation. Especially, you probably feel that, you're not living up to maybe your parents' standards because, like you said, they work together and now you're going to be a single parent.
Right. I went to school, I got my education, I was supposed to get married and have such a good life, white picket fence, everything that my family would expect me to do. And now I'm stuck with a married man, with a baby that he doesn't want, and it's just like, what? Like, I'm disappointing myself, obviously, and then my family. I haven't told them yet that I'm pregnant, which is going to be a shocker to them. They knew I was dating. I haven't told them that he was married either, which I probably should have did. But you know what? it was my issue to deal with, and it was my choice to keep sleeping with him. So who can I blame but myself, honestly speaking?
And that's understandable, but it also takes two parties, so he's partly at fault as well. So have you decided to talk to him about, ways in which you guys can raise the child together, or he doesn't want to have any type of connection with the child whatsoever?
We talked about it. He doesn't want to be a part of the child's life. Actually, he's having second thoughts on if it's his baby or not, which is odd to me because he was the only guy I'm sleeping with.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him this over and over again. But, because of his infidelity, I guess he would assume that everyone is just a cheater. So now I have to raise this baby on my own, which I'm trying to come to grips with. But it's going to have a good life, father or not. It's just I have to work 10 times harder now to give it a good life, which I am going to do because it's mine. Mm-hmm. But still, I'm sad because what about its dad? Like, it needs its father in its life.
Right.
And the fact that he doesn't want to take on that responsibility, it's killing me inside.
Right. That's a lot to deal with.
Exactly. Especially pregnant.
Yeah. That's a lot to...
It's unfair.
That's understandable. And I can totally understand why you would feel that way.
I don't know.
But I'm glad you're talking about it and getting it out, instead of holding it all in.
Right, because I couldn't talk to my family about it because they would be disappointed. So I'm happy I came to talk to someone who would understand me without passing judgment. And I guess just help me walk through the process on maybe what my goals would be or my next step or how I'm going to cope with this emotionally so that when the baby does come, my head's together, I'm ready to embark on this new journey of my life.
Right. Well, it seems like you told me a lot during this session and a lot for us to both, ponder on. And since our session is now coming to a close, I would just say for our next session to just think about some options or ways that you can cope with, your current situation, or maybe even find a way that you can incorporate your family into your decision. And then we can talk about that during our next session.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
All right.